back, everybody. For too many people with moderate hearing loss, this is the way our program sounds.
How many of you enjoyed some rock concerts when you were kids? Yeah. Or driving down the street with a stereo.
Through the years, there have been advances in hearing aid technology, but the latest devices take advantage of new digital technology. Please welcome audiologist with Hearing Aid Express, Dr. Lacey Brooks, to explain it to us. Hi there. Well, it has come a long way. With the old hearing aids, did it really improve the quality of hearing?
No, it would just increase the overall volume. So the clarity and the crispness were not there. It's a linear configuration. So
yeah.
Sometimes it would sound gargled and just very unclear.
Yeah, so it was almost taking something that was kind of bad and doing more of the bad.
Well, it's just not something that you wanted to listen to.
Yeah.
And so even with people with hearing loss, knew they had a problem but didn't want the amplification.
Yeah, which is why a lot of them didn't wear it. We have
Absolutely.
an example of how that would sound if we could play that.
How many of you enjoyed some rock concerts when you were kids? Yeah. Or driving down the street with a stereo all pumped up thinking you were cool, right? Okay, so today it's no longer like...
Yeah, that would be irritating.
It does. It sounds absolutely horrible, so no one wanted to wear hearing aids. The good news is that that's all changed.
Right.
We have the digital technology that only amplifies the frequencies that you need help with. So it helps with the clarity, the crispness, the overall quality of sound. So the richness and fullness is back.
Yeah, let's get an example of that right now.
How many of you enjoyed some rock concerts when you were kids? Yeah. Or driving down the street with a stereo all pumped up thinking you were cool, right? Okay.
Now, the difference there, that sounds normal to everybody, but
Absolutely.
that's how it's sounding to someone with moderate hearing loss as well.
Absolutely, and they've never had that opportunity to hear that clearly before. And some of the devices, we can start with the newest manufacturer on the market is Panasonic.
Mm-hmm.
They just released to the U.S., but they've been manufacturing hearing aids since 1959 in Europe and Japan. So now it's in the U.S., so it's got a neat, sleek design.
Yeah, and I gotta say, the other thing that's really been an advancement in hearing aids is the size. They're not these big, bulky things in the ear anymore.
Absolutely, absolutely. And something else that Panasonic is doing is they have a new body aid for people with dexterity issues or caretakers, so they can adjust the volume and the sound for a person that's not able to do it on their own or would have problems manipulating the smaller device.
Yeah.
So that's a new product from Panasonic as well. Something very exciting, another manufacturer is the Alera with the ReSound product. And it's completely wireless. You can answer your cell phone with your hearing aid.
Wow, because before you really couldn't do that, could you?
No,
Yeah.
it wasn't a possibility. Something else is you can stream the television directly to your hearing aids. So everyone around you can keep the volume that they like for the television, and you can just turn up the volume within your hearing aids.
That's
so
really cool.
It's fantastic. It's fantastic. And you can do this all with the remote. It's very easy, very user-friendly. And this particular product, the Alera product, is going to also add an accessory by the end of the year that will allow you to answer your home phone through your hearing aids as well.
Oftentimes we've spoken to people who say, look, I know that my mom or dad or whoever needs to get a hearing aid, but they fight it. Do you think the reason why is they don't realize how far they've come?
I completely think that that's the reason. If people could hear the sound quality, and by the way, you know, we do demos in our offices, you can find out just how clear and crisp you can hear now. But I think it's just lack of knowledge. They think that the old hearing aids are just the way things are always going to be.
Yeah.
And that's just not the case anymore.
And then there are some people like my mom who says that we are all now talking funny.
Oh,
She
yes.
says, yeah, but what are some of the signs that maybe somebody might have some hearing loss? Because sometimes it's not apparent to the person who can't hear as well.
If you're asking for repetition, or if people or everyone around you is all of a sudden mumbling.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everyone in the world changed except for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, another key thing is the television. If you walk into a place and you go, man, that television is extremely loud, it's usually because the person that's controlling the remote has a hearing problem.
Yeah. All right. So this is like crazy right here. This is very cool.
It's fantastic.
What can you see on the horizon that's even more advanced than this?
Well, some of the future things that they're planning on is to be able to program hearing aids remotely. For instance, you not having to be in the physical office for us to make the adjustments to your hearing aid.
Oh, that would be very cool.
So it's great for people that can't come into your office, that have mobility issues. or if you're out of town on a vacation, it makes it very easy. They're working on that now, so it'll be interesting to see what they come up with in the next few years.
Well, thank you very much
Thank
for this
you.
information. Hearing Aid Express has a special offer for Great Day viewers throughout the month of August. Mention that you saw them on Great Day, and you'll save $600 off any pair of hearing aids featured on today's show, or $200 off of the body aid device. Call them at 800-348-2018, 800-348-2018, or find them on the web at hearingaidexpress.com and get back into the conversation. When we come back, we're getting ready for the weekend with some rockers. Will definitely be big in the future of rock and roll. You might want to turn that hearing aid down a notch or two, but it's some good music.